Oh my God. Slop. Damn. Slop. Cubicle alert like bats on the ceiling. Black on my cape, can't see what I'm dealing. Black in my heart, can't feel any feeling with my slot ass slut, so I gotta keep winning.
But anyways, so.
Oh my God, that was an ordeal right now.
I know it was a lot, right? Like a lot of shit.
We wasted a whole hour.
We
and look,
did.
we're just back here. We're just back here. We're just back where we would have been done already.
That's so fucking funny. Like
We would have been done already.
yeah.
That's how long all that took.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you guys are listening to Completely Useless. You clicked on it. You know who we are. What up, world?
What if they don't know who we are?
Well, the description's on it.
Yeah, you would hope. Yeah, that's true. That is.
It just I don't like it when things are too repetitive. So I don't want every single episode to start with "Welcome to Completely Useless." You know what is that?
That's fair.
What is this? It's not the 80s. You know.
Sure. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Did they stop repeating things in the 80s?
They stopped after.
No,
How many podcasts do you know?
Every podcast. Every podcast. Like
no, they don't.
Really,
No, they don't.
really.
Yeah. Actually, every podcast starts with sponsors, but we don't have any.
No, I know. I feel, dude. The lottery must miss us because we don't do scratchers anymore either.
Yeah, I'm sure they're really hurting on their that liquor store must miss us, I think.
Oh, probably. Well, you mean the 7-Eleven? Because that liquor store we used to go to get ripped off at does not miss us at all.
Oh yeah, it was just.
Yeah, we used to go to this liquor store before every show in Pomona, and we realized after like the 10,000th time we've been there that we were spending way too much money there.
Yeah, it was. We're paying like $30. I was paying like $30 for like 2 tall cans and a snack. And some scratchers.
And now we go to 7-Eleven and spend like maybe $10. So
like I like to support small businesses, but also don't take advantage of me.
Also, the owner looked like Ice-T.
He did have a real Ice-T vibe to him, which I liked, which honestly kept me going there a lot.
Yeah.
So
you just wanted to see him try to be Ice-T as a cop, like one day.
As a detective?
As a detective, yeah. How funny would that be if, like, in the middle of the day when nobody's there, he's just trying out different Ice-T roles?
He's just going, colors.
Yeah.
Colors. Yeah.
He brings in a girl that looks like Coco one day. Like, he's trying, he goes to Ice-T through the ages. Like, he doesn't give a shit.
What if he, he got surgery to look like Ice-T?
Oh, my God.
People do that. That's why he charges for his stuff so much, because he has got to pay for surgeries.
That's fair. You know what?
To look like Ice-T.
Have you seen that girl that made herself look like Barbie? Like she gave herself she doesn't use a waist trainer. Like she got surgery to make herself.
She got surgery. Like she actually took some ribs out.
Yeah. And then her face
her waist could be smaller.
Her face is fucking fucked up. Like it looks crazy as fuck. And
Doesn't she look really bad now?
Yeah. I mean, dude, with that much surgery, unfortunately, like no offense to Dolly Parton, because I'm sure she pays for a really good surgeon, but for somebody who has a lot of surgery, there's been times where she looks bad and then she looks good. I think for her age, she still looks kind of good.
For Dolly Parton?
Yeah.
One time
you had a sex dream with Dolly Parton?
No. This is better.
Oh.
Well, one time we were at a show in this just trash establishment.
Okay.
And
comedy show or like a
we did a comedy show. We tried to do, me and a couple of friends did a run, a little run. Right. So we booked I think 4 or 5 shows in a weekend. And we just kind of went up towards Vegas, right? So we started in Victorville, and shout out to Travis Tapleshay.
Yeah, I fucking love that guy.
Show. Yeah, he runs a good show in Victorville. Victorville, right?
Yeah, it's right there in Victorville at the Holiday Inn.
The Holiday Inn.
I fucking met Danny Trejo there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we did it. We did a show. We stayed there. at the Holiday Inn, and then we did another 3 shows the next day. But the first one was at a bar that was celebrating their anniversary,
Oh shit.
and they wanted to do a big event all day, right?
Mhm.
So one of the things on the event was comedy, 5 acts, me and some other comics.
Mm-hmm.
But we get there and like nothing is like even set up. Nothing is,
Oh shit.
it's just everything. The whole event, not even just for the comics, the whole
Uh-huh.
event was just not planned out. There was supposed to be a wet T-shirt contest,
Oh.
and that we were supposed to judge after our show, after
Yeah.
our sets. There was no one there for the contest. Like they didn't get people for the contest beforehand.
Oh shit. Yeah. They thought they could just pull people out of the audience or whatever.
I guess so, but it was all regulars.
Oh,
And
that's
nobody
funny.
that wanted to do a wet T-shirt contest.
Yeah.
So it was a whole thing, and the show, nobody was paying attention. Nothing was set up like a comedy show, right?
Yeah.
And then even when we started, it was like, all right, you guys just go ahead and start. And it was like, where's the stage? Where are we supposed to stand? They didn't even have a microphone
Oh
set
jeez.
up. It was just horrible. So obviously, they're all regulars. They all feel like they can do whatever they want. Nobody's paying attention at all. It's the hardest thing ever to get them to pay attention. I did a bunch of crowd work with just the people that were in front of me. It was really bad, right?
Yeah.
Afterwards, we're all hanging out outside. This girl comes out.
Oh.
And she says that we were all really bad and we should not do comedy. We should not do comedy anymore because she knows comedy because she has worked with rodeo clowns. And she has worked with Dolly Parton, and she will never have us work with us. So we should give up.
That's fucking awesome.
That was her standard. That was her measurement for, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was like, oh my God, you simple bitch.
Yeah, but rodeo clowns aren't even supposed to be funny.
They're not. They're just supposed to get the attention of the bull.
Yeah, they're supposed to protect the riders just in case they fall off and the bull tries to go after them.
Yeah, but like we will never work with Dolly Parton. She would never want to work with us, so we should give up. That was her.
What did she even do there? Did she even say?
I don't know.
Was she like the fucking tour manager? Yeah.
The girl, I have no idea. And at the bar, I think she was just a regular.
That's hilarious.
And even there was a guy there. I forgot his name. I got his information. I friended him on Facebook.
What if that was her dream, was to work with Dolly Parton and her rodeo clowns, and she got turned down? So she was like, "These guys need to feel my pain." So she wanted to tell you guys.
You know what's even better? If that's all she aspired to be, and she achieved it. So now she thinks she's that much better than us.
Oh, that's fair. I
think that makes more sense because she
probably
said
does,
she did work with her somehow.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't know how, but
Yeah.
Then I might give up comedy because it's not.
Because it's not up to
Dolly
Parton standards.
But yeah, it was the bar. It was a cool bar, but there was a couple of people there that were like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, dude." Like there was a guy that throws things out here, and he knows those people. Apparently, that was his aunt that owns the bar.
Oh.
And he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Like this was really bad. Blah 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 blah. I apologize." And then there was another guy that does comedy around the area, and this was like High Desert, right? He has like a local radio show or something.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, "I could have set it up and made it good, but nobody asked me to. So they need to learn. They need to learn." And he knew it wasn't on us.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was like one of the very few times where you could say it was not the comics' fault at all that they bombed.
Yeah.
But yeah, how you doing?
You know what? Pretty good. Have a lot going on. Just trying to stay busy. I don't know what that means at all. I'm scared to go to the gym because
don't go.
A lot of people are going, but a lot of people are also getting sick again. Oh my God!
Cases are still on the rise.
The funniest thing just happened. So earlier, before me and Pablo started recording this episode, we tried to record it on Facebook Live, but we had a lot of complications with Facebook Live, like not lining up the audio correctly, and just like even being able to have Pablo join the live was kind of a bitch and a half. Well, people are starting to comment on it, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this. Maybe not. Maybe a little bit.
No.
Someone took a screenshot of like you with your hand over your head and me with like a serious face, and they just commented, "Best episode ever." I'm not even mad at that. It's so fucking funny.
No, that's funny. That's good.
But either way, no, yeah, gyms scare me because it's like, I mean, the one thing I'll say about Planet Fitness is they were already such a lazy gym that they were having people clean their own machines, but half the time people don't do it. But I feel like now
you can't rely on people for that.
Yeah, but now I feel like everybody is probably cleaning the machines more than ever.
No, I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so. No, you can't rely on people to do that type of shit. People don't even wear face masks. They're still going. Just the fact that they're at the gym.
Did you see
shows that they're not worried about it.
Yeah. So, Did you see today?
A lot of people still don't think it's a problem.
No, you're right. Did you see today that the governor made it like official because they had taken it away where people don't have to wear face masks for like the last few days, and now like a couple hours ago, the governor announced like it's like official. You have to be wearing a mask in public, otherwise you're a public safety.
You're public safety?
No, you're like a public safety hazard. I guess I should have. You know what the fuck I was going. But
yeah. And I mean, cases are going up.
Yeah.
And that could in part be due to that there's more testing available, but that's a good thing.
Well, I mean, I also think it showed in the results that like once places started opening up, like a lot of places started opening up, then that's when any state that opened up right away saw a rise in cases. So that just goes to show you there's people who still didn't know they were sick or didn't care and went out. So you do have to be careful. Don't trust everything that you think right now. That you hear coming in, because we hear things changing all the fucking time. So
it's
crazy.
Every day there's new information. And there's contradictory information, So honestly, whether you don't think it's real, whether you think you're gonna be fine, whether you're I've seen conspiracy theorists talking about how it was staged, as in they released the virus on purpose. Whether that's true or not, there's still a virus out.
Yeah.
So
a lot of people are, and I said this like the first week in, because I've been seeing a lot of memes about it lately. But this whole situation, including the riots and everything, reminded me of that movie V for Vendetta. Like the fucking virus is out, and it killed off a bunch of people. And we thought it came from China. At the time, they were having riots, and it was thought that the virus was put out there to kill off a lot of the people that were rioting. It got out of control. The government is having social issues that are causing even more riots. I was like, dude, this lines up way too hard with V for Vendetta. It's fucking crazy.
Honestly, it doesn't seem like a crazy thing to think that it's not just. Look, the virus didn't come from a bat. That doesn't. Now, with all the information we have, it just doesn't even make sense now.
Yeah.
So that for sure, it's just not. It's just not real.
Does that mean that if I brought you bat soup, you would eat that shit right now?
No, because that's disgusting.
Well, you just open up a dish, it's just the fucking bat face.
That's just a can. Bat in a can.
Dude, did you know they have
big cans?
Did you know they have hamburgers in the can?
Yeah, they have everything.
I didn't do it. I didn't.
A whole chicken.
Yeah, dude. Okay, there's this girl. I don't know her fucking name, but she does a YouTube channel where she just tries weird, outlandish shit that she finds. And dude, I saw her eat a fucking chicken in a can, and I almost threw up. I'm like, people fucking eat this? Get the fuck out of here! It looks fucking disgusting.
I would want to see. I would want to see a professional chef trying to do something good with that.
That could be,
You know?
I mean, it's still a chicken, and I'm sure it has like chicken properties, so you could
Yeah, I'm
probably
sure you
do
could
some.
make it good. You know, get it out of the can
Dude,
and like
that shit's probably
throw
so
it in the
heavily
oven or something. You know,
made. Dude, it's
put
so
some good
heavily
seasoning or
salted
stuff
though.
in it.
No, I don't even
Oh,
think
for
you'd be able
sure.
to save. Like, it'd be so hard to save it just because, like, all that
Or you
preserves.
just you like put it in a dish, put like vegetables, potatoes around it. You know, like if you're cooking at like a Thanksgiving turkey.
Yeah, but it's
You
already
know,
cooked, so you'd have to cook the vegetables separately because otherwise it would burn it. So you have to cook the vegetables separately,
no.
and then
Vegetables cook way faster.
do they?
You know, yeah.
All
You just
right.
gotta get them soft, and also you don't have to cook them all like a lot.
Yeah.
You just gotta. It's just to get the vegetables soft and to heat the chicken up.
Okay.
You know, so you
Hmm.
just put vegetables and stuff around it. You put some spices, some herbs on it, and hope for the best.
That's fair,
You know,
dude.
I don't know. I'm gonna try
I
it. I'm gonna try to find chicken in a can. We should do that.
We're
We should
gonna.
both do that.
Oh God.
I'll,
Oh.
I'll go to your house one day and we'll do that. We'll
All
make a
right.
video.
All right.
We try to
we'll
we
put
try
the
to
we'll put the chicken in my new air fryer.
Hey, maybe it'll be good.
Yeah, I fucking
You
doubt
know?
it. Actually, I had salmon in the air fryer today. It was pretty fucking good.
I don't like fish.
You don't like fish? Well, I have to like fish now. I don't have a choice. It's like
Well, you shouldn't have treated your body like a garbage can for
that's
30
fair.
years.
It wasn't for 30
So,
years. It was for 20 years.
mm, yeah, still,
Actually,
I'm sure.
it was closer to like 15 years. I didn't really start eating like garbage till I was like 15, 16.
Well, still, it took a lot. It did a lot of damage.
You're not wrong. But yeah, no, fish, and then I like at least once or twice a week I have to eat like almost like a full veggie meal. So I started eating like black bean burgers like twice a week, which are really fucking good, by the way. Have you ever had one?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Black bean burgers,
Yeah.
if they make them right, they're solid, super
Yeah,
solid.
I love them.
Dude,
Plus, there's that brand called Morning Star. So every single time I'm eating it, I'm like, the fucking devil. And then I'm fucking eating and sucking it.
yeah, I guess. Yeah.
You know, Morning Star is another name for the devil. That's like one of his
Cool.
nicknames in the Bible.
Maybe they're Satanists,
What?
and that's why they named it that.
No, well, his
They're
name.
Satanist vegans.
No, you're stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's a whole cult of Satanist farmers. And
Maybe
they
buying that is, and I'm basing this on absolutely nothing. So don't take my word for it, whoever's listening to this. Don't sue me, Morningstar. But maybe it's just all completely. I don't know anything about anything, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. But what if the whole thing is just funding a cult that worships the devil, and that's why they named it Morningstar?
I mean, I wouldn't be mad at it. Have I talked about the Yellow Deli on here yet? Have I ever told you about the Yellow
Yeah,
Deli?
many times.
Oh,
Don't
okay,
do it
fine
again.
then. All right.
Uh,
Fucking rude. Fuck you.
Did you hear about? Remember? Did you ever see the video from Boston Dynamics where they made this dog, this robot dog?
Oh yeah, they kick it
Uh,
like 1,000
yeah,
times.
and they kick it and stuff, like just to test it, right?
You know a lot of those videos are fake, right?
Okay, well, yeah, there's fake ones, but there's
Yeah.
real ones from the actual company that makes them.
Yeah, but there's like a lot of people who like. I'm just saying, there's a lot of people who make like parody ones that make fun of them.
Yeah, of course, the ones where the robot actually picks up a gun and shoots people is not real. You know?
You tell me that
I
one's
don't
not
think-
real?
I don't think you have to point that out.
Dude,
but-
you would be surprised.
So it turns out that now it's you can buy one.
What? Like,
Yeah,
what,
you can buy a robot dog.
do you have to know the
course.
code though, or does it come with like a software that like it codes it all?
I
for
think
you?
it just comes with the software, like when you buy like one of those like real
Like a
fancy
drone?
drones.
Yeah.
You know, that just kind of it's like an R2 unit that
Yeah.
follows you around. You know, it's $75,000.
That's actually not that bad for my own robot. Like,
What does it do though? That's what I want to know. Like exactly what does it do?
yeah. Well, I mean, I wouldn't be that mad at it if if you have to learn how to code, I wouldn't be that mad, only because then you can basically program it to do most things.
I think if you have to learn how to code to get it, no one's gonna buy it. I don't think that's
There
not a
for
that wouldn't be a good business.
$75,000.
That wouldn't be a good business plan.
No,
I
for
think
sure.
it should come with some like standard features, and you could teach it a couple of things with just like a simple sequence.
Yeah.
You know, like it'd be cool if like you could like program it to like do things like in case of an emergency, it calls 911. You know,
Yeah.
or it wakes you up if there's a fire.
Yeah. No,
Shit like that. You know, that will be. You know,
the price point tells me that it's for sure not for consumers. Like the people that are buying that are people that would buy it to do more research with it, or to even like they would for sure know how to code. Like or they're just really rich. Those are the two people that are buying it.
For rich
but
people. Rich
even
people
then, I don't think it's for rich people, because like they're probably putting it out there so other companies can buy it. That's why like $75,000 for something like that isn't a consumer price point. Like there's certain companies who make only products for people that can afford that because of what they do. So like other scientists or other engineers that can use that in some way, they'll probably bill it to their research fund or to whatever university or company.
But I mean, either way, if you could just buy a robot, it's gonna cost a lot.
But that's what I'm saying.
It's never gonna be for
though.
the average person. It's never gonna be for the average person, even if it's not necessarily for that.
No, it will be eventually. It will be eventually. You have to understand like that.
Yeah, not in our lifetimes though. A real useful like robot like that.
Bruh,
it's not gonna be.
SpaceX is gonna have everybody on Mars in like 5 years. Elon Musk said for sure in 10 years, by the time I'm 40, that the brain chip, the neural chip, will be consumer. Like everybody will be buying them on the regular. Like it's not going to be weird in 10 years. So if we get that in 10 years, we'll probably get robots in the next 8.
Yeah, and he also thought that people were going to like that truck.
They did. Do you know how many people fucking pre-ordered that truck?
Everybody hated it.
Do you know how many people are
How many?
Fuck ton, dog. Like
okay, yeah.
No, he made his goal. Over 100,000 people ordered it.
Nah, it sucked. That's nothing compared to the general population. The way you're saying for consumers, that's nothing.
But up front, like to launch a product that's not even out yet and have people put money into it, that is impressive.
Yeah, because it's Tesla related. Everybody wants to have the first Tesla and the new Tesla.
Doesn't matter. That's
not because the truck is good. And also, we'll see how it's gonna hold up.
We'll see. Honestly, he just did an interview on Jay Leno's Cars show or whatever, and not only did he show off the Cybertruck, he actually showed one of the tunnels, like a test tunnel. It's not exactly what it'll be when they drill under LA, but he showed one of the test tunnels on how it'll work. And it's pretty impressive, dude. Like, honestly, I wasn't really on board, especially when he went on Joe Rogan. He was just like, yeah, I don't really know if the test tunnels will work, but why not? That's digging underneath. Like, he was so nonchalant about it that I wasn't sure if he was taking it seriously. And then as soon as I saw the test tunnel that they actually built, I was like, fuck, this thing is super cool. Like, it's going to be like a giant oval that'll have several lanes. The one that they went into was a single lane one. And the Cybertruck, like, honestly, it barely fit in it. Like, it was perfect.
Oh, that's
but no, just the test one is. Because Jay Leno even asked him, he's like, is this how small it's going to be? He's like, no. We just had to build one to make sure, like, it's structurally sound and the materials we're using will actually work. But it's going to be much bigger. And he said that each, just in case someone, like, breaks down or there's an emergency, that each tunnel will have, like, a section you can walk through to get to another tunnel or get to the surface. Like, there's always a way out. And he even asked him, like, are earthquakes like a thing? He's like, no, because earthquakes, the tectonic plates really only affect the surface. So anything underneath is actually much safer. And then basically at the end of the tunnel, or to get into the tunnel, it's a ramp down. And then to get out, it's an elevator.
Okay.
And he said there's going to be a bunch of elevators, and there's always going to have like a lane that they don't use, that they only use for like emergencies. So basically, like that one, if a lane ever breaks down, people can just go into that lane and then get out that way. So it looks like they have it pretty well thought out. And again, even like I don't necessarily love the look of the Cybertruck, but it was a pretty cool, like everything it could do, the stopping power, the starting power. I was still pretty impressed with everything the truck is. It just looks different. And I mean,
like, even the Teslas that are out right now, they're impressive, you know?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Once I kind of get everything figured out with my whole hospital thing, I'm fucking buying a fucking Series 3, Series is it 3? No, E or whatever, a Series E.
It's a 3.
A 3?
It's a 3.
Yeah, I really want to fucking. I really want to buy one. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah. And then even like I was watching a video on one where this dude, he just programmed his car to drive him from California to LA, and it mapped the whole thing out. It was like, we'll be on the road for like 3 days. I'm like, that's fucking insane. Like
cool.
The car does a lot of cool shit.
I don't know if I would ever. I distrust machines a lot.
Yeah. Your secret Judgment Day fears are gonna come.
I don't see.
Come to life.
Dude, sometimes I get really paranoid, and it's like, there's no way I'm John Connor. And I need to stop the pricing of the machines, you know, because they're gonna destroy us. There's no way that we can make very advanced machines and robots, and they're not gonna take over. There's no way.
No, you know what's funny? Elon Musk was talking about that, and he basically was like, if you can't beat them, join them. Like, he's like, essentially, we're already technically androids because we're so dependent on technology, you know?
Yeah, sure.
We need something, our phone is in our hand. That's basically
last time I didn't have my phone, I didn't go to work.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. And so he's like, to an extent, we already are. So like the next natural step, which is going to be the Neuralink. It's right there in front of our faces. Like
I'm sure he sees it as like, I can do it and I can bring it. If I don't do it, somebody else is going to do it.
Oh, for sure.
You know? And it's very true, honestly.
And you know what the weird thing to say is, like, I'm glad he's doing it and not like Apple. Like, the thing about Elon is he still is kind of like a for the people rich person, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, exactly. Apple just seems like an evil. That's why they based the Mom Corp from Futurama.
Oh, for sure.
Apple.
Yeah.
Right? It's like that. That's what. Yeah, they're just gonna control everything. Apple and Amazon.
Yeah, right. Amazon's another scary one. I know.
The devil.
I know you don't like the whole like everything with Jeff Bezos or whatever.
Jeff Bezos is the devil.
You know what's funny is Elon doesn't like him too. He's trying to get Amazon like because he's like, it's too big, so he's trying to get it disbanded from how big it's being.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that. Because there's things and regulations to keep companies from gaining too much in a certain thing. I'm surprised nobody has said anything about Amazon.
Dude, there's only like I've seen like a map of it before, but there's only like 5 companies or 6 companies that actually own pretty much everything. It's like AT&T, Coca-Cola, Nestle chocolate, which is weird to say, and then like a couple other ones. Right. But like, it was weird. Like, I have a friend who I'm not going to mention her name because of what I'm going to say, but her mom works for Warner Brothers in a way that I'm not going to mention. But she was telling me how it's kind of crazy that AT&T bought Warner Brothers like recently, within the last couple of years.
That's wild.
Like, they just bought the whole fucking thing, and they already own like a fuck ton of stuff. So I don't really understand how I mean, that's where I guess like lobbying and like, paying people off to like pass laws to like,
there's too much money in government.
Yeah,
there's too much money in government, so government's not looking out for the people.
The crazy thing and it's like, I've always thought about this since I was a kid, is like, we have words like lobbyist or coattails or different, or like super PAC. Like, we have words to describe the injustices that happen in our government, but we don't do anything to stop, or I guess they try to stop it, but it's still not getting stopped. Like, it's weird to me that we understand that these bad things happen, but we can't do anything to stop them. Like, we try, but it doesn't happen.
The thing is that people aren't very well informed about it.
Yeah.
And they feel, I mean, it's not until very recently that people have been saying, we need to stop this and we need to change this and we need to This people have too much power. This is wrong.
Mhm.
There's too much money in government. That's been going. I mean, people have been saying that, but people are noticing that more and more now.
Yeah, it's more mainstream. It's not like look at that hippie just
Yeah,
going
because
on and he
before it
wants to
was
destroy
nobody cared.
America.
Yeah,
Yeah,
before nobody cared. You
yeah,
know, because everybody was comfortable.
yeah.
You know, everybody, as long as you're comfortable, you're not gonna, try to change the system or whatever. You
Yeah,
know.
it's kind of
But
weird, like seeing like when we were in high school, learning about the '60s, and I guess I never really truly understood people that hated on hippies for protesting, or people that were out there like really trying to create or speak for injustices that were going on. And you would hear all the stories, that were happening, and now that things are where they are, like in today's world, it's kind of surreal to like see that happening, see the protests that are going on today still for civil rights, for things that
yeah,
shouldn't
isn't it
be an
crazy?
issue.
It's absolutely insane that people are getting shot for
Mhm.
trying to take a statue down
Yeah.
from a former slave over a Confederate general. Like somebody that actively wanted to keep slaves.
Did you know
You
that
know,
the
that's
Confederacy was
insane.
only around for 5 years?
Yeah, but
Isn't that crazy? Like
look at
it
the
was
impact.
only around, yeah, right? It was the Confederacy among other states that were not under the Confederacy, but that were also like for slavery and trying, part of the South, if you
Well, I
will.
think maybe the thing is that it's not that it was only around for, and honestly, I'm not too educated on it,
Mhm.
but I'm sure the way it is, it's like, yeah, the Confederacy in the eye of the public was only around for 5 years, but from there came other groups
Oh yeah,
like the Ku Klux Klan and even police departments were literally only started to watch over slaves,
yeah,
make sure they didn't run away and all that. And that became the police departments that we have now. So it just divided into groups that control things or that police things. And that's why we say the Confederacy was only around for a while, but it just became different things.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. That's fair.
Uh, but yeah, speaking of racial injustice, this episode, if you're listening to it on the day it comes out on Juneteenth. And Juneteenth,
Mhm.
if people don't know, is when slavery was abolished back in the day. And it turned into the 13th Amendment, but we don't have 6 hours.
Mhm.
So let's not go into that. So people are trying to make it a real federal holiday. And it's another thing that's surprising. Why isn't that a holiday?
Yeah,
You know what I
it's.
mean?
I'll be honest. I actually didn't learn about Juneteenth until maybe like 4 years ago.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
had
Because
never heard about it, and I actually heard about it from Alec Damani.
yeah, shout out to Alec Damani.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
We
He's a
should
cool
have him
comic.
here one day. We should have him as a guest.
Yeah.
Uh,
So okay, I was confused.
send them the Zoom link on Facebook and see if
Yeah,
he joins.
yeah. I actually okay, and I because I was so confused. I thought Juneteenth was on the 16th.
No,
But
it's
yeah,
June.
it's June
June
19th.
19. That was the
Yeah.
day.
But the reason I'm confused is because that Trump rally. Because I thought, because I guess
Isn't that insane?
they're getting ready for it, right? I guess then, because I thought it already happened. I don't know.
Well, they moved it. They moved the date.
To
I'm
June
pretty sure
to June
in
19th.
part because of that. No,
Well,
it was set for June 19 and they moved it. And I'm pretty sure because people were like, dude, you're gonna have a Trump rally on Juneteenth. Also, in the city of one of the biggest massacres of black people since like slavery. Nah, dude, like chill, you know? Like
yeah,
people said
I mean, I think
a
he only
rally.
changed it because he well, one, I think it's fucked up that he even selected the date in the first place. He knew what the fuck was up. Like, there's no
No,
way
that's the thing.
and
That's the
no?
thing. He didn't. He didn't know what Juneteenth was. That's how ignorant our president is. A president should know what that is.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
You know, like maybe you didn't know till 4 years ago.
Mhm.
That's excusable. Someone that's the president should know what that is. Should know when slavery was abolished, and should know what happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So now, for someone like him, who's vocally racist
Yeah.
to schedule a rally that day in this city when one of the biggest massacres of like what people call Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
That's insane. That is insane. That is and I saw a report. He said that he made Juneteenth famous because nobody had ever heard of it before, which is absolutely asinine.
Yeah.
But that's all. That's just showing us that he didn't know what it was.
I'm reading a report here that
he asked around. And nobody knew because that's obviously the type of people that he surrounds himself with.
Well,
he only found out. So he asked a black secret agent.
That's what I was reading.
Secret Service agent, and he told him what it was.
Yeah.
So that's just a huge display of ignorance from our quote unquote our president.
Did you see the tweet that he put out saying that he made Juneteenth famous?
That's what I just said, Frank. Are you listening to me?
Yeah, no, you were talking about him saying that the black service agent told him that what it was.
I literally just said that he said that he made. That's how it started saying all that. That's how what led to that.
Oh, I didn't hear that part because I was trying to read I was at the same time I was trying to find out like when you said that why he knew what it was. I didn't know. I was trying to keep up with our conversation and do research for what we were talking about.
I was already telling you that. Don't worry about the research, dog.
Okay, this fucking guy.
I did it.
Okay.
Because I care about the podcast. Listeners, remember, Frank hates you and only I love you.
You're a piece of shit. Fuck you. Pablo hates you. Pablo talks mad shit about all of you guys when we turn the podcast off. It's like, I fucking hate you, Frank. I hate this podcast. I hate the microphone you use. I think you're a piece of shit.
You know very well that I wouldn't put up with it if I hated it.
That's true. I know that. So.
And the day I decide I hate it,
that's fair.
I'm just texting you, I don't want to do the podcast anymore. And that's it. I'm not even going to explain anything to you.
Fair enough. That's fair. I wouldn't expect anything more or less.
Good luck with your other bullshit podcast.
Oh, fuck you. Okay? Fucking rude. Fuck you.
Listen to whatever Frank's podcast called.
Wow, you don't even... Okay, thank you. At least you know the name.
Dude, I've been preoccupied with other things, right? I've been preoccupied with the revolution, right?
Okay.
I'm sorry I'm not. I can't.
Yeah.
I don't want to listen to you talk about new PlayStation or something.
Okay. All right.
So,
all right. Coming from the guy who's
going
to write for us a few episodes. You know what? Or a few blog posts. You know what? All right. I'm going to keep that in mind.
You know what? Now I'm not going to do it.
You're a liar.
I was already working on a thing about a theory about you know what? I'm not gonna say it because somebody's gonna steal my shit.
Good, because we're gonna publish it soon.
But it's related to The Office.
Oh, okay, I'm excited for that. That'll be cool.
So,
are you excited for the Office spinoff that they're trying to do?
No, I don't think it's gonna be good.
No,
what? It's just it's just a cash grab.
It involves enough of the people that I would want to see more from. In a spin-off. Like, I don't want like a continuation of them trying to keep doing the same thing. I like the fact that they're doing it with like Meredith and
Meredith's in it?
Yeah, they said that they got Meredith and then they got Kevin. They got Meredith and Kevin and a couple other people. And I'm like, that's who I would, because like we did like the gym, we did like Pam.
I do want to see more of them. Yeah. But also that's just because they weren't going to have to pay them that much.
Yeah, probably, but who knows?
Can you imagine how much would they even have to pay John Krasinski to do 2 episodes?
Now?
You know? Yeah, now, exactly. You know, like they didn't even think about it because
they didn't even ask him. He was kind of upset that they didn't ask him.
You think he would have done it though?
Yeah, he said he would have done it.
Yeah?
He said he would have been down. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. Why not? Why not? Like, if anything, even let's say it's a union show, so they can't pay him under union wages. But let's say they could. The publicity alone to put him back in Jim's role would cause all the old fans to want to watch.
I would for sure really watch it.
See,
but I mean, I'm sure there's some sort of thing.
What if they did an episode where Jim and Pam are divorced? You know?
Now you know what? I should also write about it. I don't even want to say it. I have another theory, but I should write about it.
You should write about it.
You know what? There's not a lot to it either way.
It's up to
I was
you.
just saying I have a theory where A Quiet Place is a spin-off from The Office,
Oh,
and
okay.
gyms, because it takes place in the same general area,
Okay.
Uh, so what if A Quiet Place is just takes place in the future? They have their kids. Emily Blunt's character is Pam. Obviously, you don't know their names, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just Jim and Pam. Maybe they were vacationing when the shit started. I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
see it on the second one, you know. But I think it would like make sense.
That would be funny. That'd
A
be like,
Quiet Place is
yeah.
it's a dark spin-off
Yeah.
from The Office, and maybe in the second one they go to shirt farms for
Yeah.
refuge. Dwight's okay,
Dude, how funny would that'd be such a like, especially if they kept it in the same like style as A Quiet Place. Like they don't even like really like mention it. The wife is with the kids is just running and you just see Shroot Farms and she just runs into the house. And they don't like try to play it up
You
at
see,
all. Like
you see Moses scarecrow that
yeah.
he used to mess around with.
Like shit like that
You
would
see
be fucking
Moses
crazy.
scarecrow and like Dwight's car.
Yeah.
What was that, Thunderbird or something, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You see his car and like they like hide in the barn or something.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know. I think there's something to that.
Yeah, maybe that would
That's
be
not
fucking
the one I was gonna write about.
cool.
The one I was gonna write about, it's about the Scranton Strangler, and it's not what everybody thinks.
Oh, okay. It's not
So
fucking Toby.
no, I changed my mind. I think I used to have a good case for it being Toby, but no, I changed my mind. It's not
Dude,
Toby.
legit, one of my favorite moments in the entire Office series is when what's her name goes to work as sexy Toby. And
Yeah, that
Toby
was
like
okay.
doesn't know how to react, like he's in love with her, but then he's like
He
I
gets
thought
mad when she takes off the wig.
yeah, and she's like upset, like what? Like I don't know. It was one of the most strangest things I've ever fucking seen.
Toby was kind of a psycho.
Yeah, no, for sure.
know?
There's sometimes when he makes sense, like that you can just like, oh, he's just a sad guy. But then anytime they dive into him, he's always like the craziest person in the room.
Yeah, especially in the later seasons. In the first one, the first even like 5 seasons, you're like, damn, like Toby's just Toby. He's just trying to do his job,
Yeah.
Like, but like Michael's just always, being awful. Like you feel bad for him.
Yeah.
But like by the end, it's like, oh my God, Toby, just shut up already. Just stop doing everything you do.
That's kind of a cool way to do it though, because
like Michael.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say like that's such a good way to make you feel like Michael, and like you understand finally where he's coming from with him.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, in the beginning of the show, he's known him a long time already, right? So,
yeah.
It makes sense. But yeah, did you hear that Spotify is still taking steps to dominate the podcast world? They just made a multi-year deal with DC and Warner Brothers for scripted podcasts.
Shit. That's such a smart thing to do. And let me tell you why. Yeah. Because, dude, there's been like so many good podcasts, and a lot of true crime podcasts are great because the stories are so enthralling and great. And I've talked about this before on other podcasts. When I first did my first podcast, after every episode, we would do like a little like secret like comedy bit almost after every episode that somehow involved the episode we were in. And I every time we did that, I loved it because I felt like it was old time radio, like when they used to do like the stories of like the Lone Ranger or like Lost in Space or like different things and then those stories, it's kind of weird how really into them you get, and you forget that it's somebody telling a story like that. And I've always said podcast, somebody needs to do story podcasts like that where you just get
there's
into
things
it.
like that.
And there are, I've seen some, but there's not like for DC and Warner Brothers to be doing one, that I'm sure is going to be cool. I'm sure they're going to do some comic book, imagine like comic book stories that have never been done can now be done in these podcast forms.
You're going to be able to expose characters that people might not know a lot about.
Yeah.
Or characters that don't get a lot of credit, but they should.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
even characters.
I would love to see a good like a good Martian Manhunter story.
Yeah.
You know, like it would be awesome. Martian Manhunter, and like just like or like maybe like go really deep on the Green Lantern Corps.
Hmm.
You know, I think it will be awesome. But we'll
No,
see.
they have
Hopefully,
some cool characters that don't get appreciated, like, and a lot of characters that are copycat characters, like Moon Knight is Marvel, and I know that they're not DC, but this is an example. Moon Knight is Marvel's version of Batman, and he's
right.
literally a direct copy almost. And it would be cool to see stuff like I forget his name, but DC has their own version of Spider-Man, where instead of him
Yeah, but he
swinging,
sucks though.
does he? I kind of like. I read his first comic, his first 2 issues. They were pretty good. I didn't think it was bad.
Yeah, and you forgot its name. So
Yeah, because I don't read it all the time. I read 2 episodes and I was like, well, you know why? Because it wasn't geared for. When I read it, I was already like 27, 26, or sorry, no, like 28. And for me, I just didn't identify with a young character as much. So I was like, this will be good for like younger kids, like, you know, in early high school or middle school. It just wasn't for me, but it wasn't a bad book. But I thought his powers were cool. I've always been obsessed with like teleportation. Like Nightcrawler was my favorite fucking character.
Nightcrawler was one of my favorites too. Yeah.
And so to see like this kind of young kid who's strong and could teleport, I thought it was a pretty cool character design. So
yeah. But I mean, there's always perils like that. You know, there's Doctor Strange and what is it, Doctor Fate or whatever.
Yeah, they're
like
kind of they're different. They are, but they're very different from each other. But
they're different. Yeah, I mean, so is Batman and Moon Knight. You know, they're just rich guys that fight bad guys. That's pretty much it. Yeah. You know, and one of them wears white and the other one wears black. That's it.
Fair enough.
You know, but like they're vastly different characters. It's just like the basis. You know, but like as far as like they're sorcerers and they do all these cool things and they're like magic or whatever. You know.
Yeah, but like
there's Batman. There's Hercules is in both of them.
That's true.
You know, so you know.
You know what movie needs to happen? I think it's called Hercules in New York. It was it was Arnold Schwarzenegger's like first movie ever. Like he's known for Conan, but that was like the first blockbuster movie that he ever did. But he did a movie before that called Hercules in New York, where he's supposed to be Hercules and nobody believes him. And so he's like, it's in like today times. So like, or not today, but you know, in the 1980s or whenever it fucking came out. Yeah. So he, nobody fucking believes that it's Hercules, but then he like always, they're like, yo, wow, you're fucking strong. Like
he lifts a car.
Yeah, shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Okay. Yeah. I've always found that really interesting. Like, say, and I don't believe in it, but like, say, like Jesus came back today, nobody would even believe him. You know?
Yeah, that would be a funny movie, right? But the only problem is like you would have to get like at the end you'd have to be like, I'm real, and then be like, oh, can you just like Bruce Almighty? I think was a good way to like.
It will be a really funny movie. You can make it a really funny movie or a really really dark, depressing movie.
Oh, for sure.
You
know what though? Ben-Hur is still kind of a cool religious movie though.
What is it?
Ben-Hur. You never Ben-Hur?
What? No, I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's like a Romans chariot movie, but then they also have like religious shit in it. Or that.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's like from the 80s too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I think I saw that one.
Actually, I think it's earlier, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's real old. Yeah. Speaking of movies, Wonder Woman keeps getting delayed.
I'm not excited for it.
It looks like it's not gonna make sense.
Yeah, I don't really understand. Like, let Trevor Noah go.
Trevor Noah's a comedian.
Oh fuck, Trevor
Noah. Steve
Trevor. That's what I fucking meant. God damn it. I love Trevor Noah, but
honestly, dude, I don't like his show that much.
I like it for what it is because I don't compare it to the Jon Stewart. I
like it for what it is, but I don't think he's that good in it.
No, I think he's great. I would have to disagree. I'm sorry.
Not for me. But yeah, Wonder Woman, I read something that she's not using a sword at all in this movie because it's too aggressive, quote unquote. What kind of just that, it's going to suck. The movie's going to suck.
Well, they are giving her some cool armor. I'll give her that. That fucking armor.
She's a warrior, though. She's an Amazon warrior. She literally kills gods.
Yeah, well, you know what?
You
They
know?
just took that dog out of Paw Patrol for being a police officer, which I get, but also it's a TV show.
Yeah, because all cops are bastards. Right? So it's
There's a
just like I was saying earlier. It represents, and like I said last episode,
yeah.
it glorifies a vocation that was literally just started
But are we
made
never gonna have
to oppress
cops
people.
in like, you know? And this is the thing, and I don't want it to be misconstrued that I'm like not seeing the issues, and I 100% agree that there needs to be reform and there needs to be change. But I don't. Some people want to disband the police completely. I think there has to be some kind of force to protect. Now, is it need to be what we have in today? No, you know, things need to change.
No, yeah, there for sure needs to be something like that, but they
some
need to
people,
be, because the thing is that cops handle a lot of things that they're not prepared to handle.
yeah.
There was a guy, I think in Temecula, dude. I don't know if you heard about it.
Mm-hmm.
He called the cops because he was afraid he was gonna hurt himself. He was gonna kill himself.
Oh, I was there. I was fucking there. Like I got there like 10
in his fucking front yard, dude.
Oh, never mind. I wasn't there for that. That was terrible. What?
They killed him.
Who did? The cops?
Cops killed him. He called the cops because he thought it was gonna hurt himself. He thought he was afraid of killing himself. He called cops. I don't know exactly what happened. They fucking killed him.
Where does it say where he was?
I don't know. I don't.
When he called, okay, because the only reason I said that is because the other night, I went to a bar, and before I got there, a friend of mine was there, and they told me, "Hey, someone just called the 5150 on themselves."
Damn.
And then I got there like a couple minutes after they had just taken him.
Damn, but see, like, cops aren't social workers.
That's fair,
Cops
and that is definitely the
cops aren't. You know,
a big
know what I
issue,
mean?
you know?
Like, we just saw a video of a police officer crying because her Egg McMuffin was wrong or something.
So no, okay.
And you tell him, like,
well, from my understanding, she was worried, and like I don't agree with the way she handled the situation at all. Like it's done, like, but she felt like she was unsafe because she couldn't go in there and ask them to change it because she was worried they were gonna spit in it.
Right, but so this person that makes a video puts it out crying.
Yeah.
That's not a person that should have a gun.
Gun. That's fair. No, it's a very fair assessment.
Like just the simplest thing. So how is she gonna handle different things like that? That's the type of cop that's gonna fire her gun.
Yeah.
Just completely out of place and kill someone.
Yeah.
You know? So cops are not. There's things that they shouldn't be handling.
And there's the thing is that they don't
have
feel
so
safe.
much money.
But this is the thing is if you're a cop and you it's okay to start feeling that way because I'm sure you're putting your life on the line before any of this stuff was going on. That was part of your job. Now, when you're in the job and things start getting too much, they need to be okay with saying, "Hey, I need to see a cop therapist and they need to help me get through something or I need to take a leave." And that's the bad part is that they see a responsibility where if they feel like they say something, they're going to take their gun and their badge away and they won't be able to work anymore. And we need to make them realize that sometimes that's okay. Sometimes, you get the gun and the badge and you realize, man, this is too much. I need to walk away and it is what it is. And we don't teach that kind of culture within the cops or the military or anything. It's like, stop being a bitch. But sometimes, you really have to, if it's going to cost people lives, you need to look at the bigger picture. You can't look at what's in front of you. You have to see maybe somebody else needs to do this job that I can't. And that's the cops need to do a better evaluation of their police. They need to understand, like, not everyone's fit for this. Maybe they should make it mandated that, every once in a while they have to go to a therapist. I know they don't like that. Who would like to get prodded by somebody like that all the time? But to see a change, it would be worth it.
For an occupation like that, it should be required.
Yeah.
It should be required, and they should be training a lot more. Cops don't train for shit.
Yeah, they don't train for situations.
And after you're a cop, after you become a cop, there's no test or nothing that make sure you're still qualified for it.
Which is weird because the military does that, right? Like the military
Yeah.
makes you take tests periodically to make sure you're physically fit to do the job,
Yeah.
which is weird that I still think it's weird that we have faculty.
even not just physically,
Yeah,
mentally.
no, exactly.
You
And
know?
I just meant like the testing to make
Yeah,
sure
exactly.
that they're being checked
But
on.
yeah, like this, I've seen some cops that are like, how are you gonna stop anyone from doing anything? You can't even move.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
Well, I know some of those cops, and like this is the thing. It's sad to see them when they're on the street. Some of those cops get desk jobs, but it's still like they should have some sort of standard mentally at least to help them get through all these situations and just understand. And this is where it gets like this weird line, right? Like you see movies like what's that movie with Christian Bale where he works in the future and they all take that drug so they don't have feelings? Have you seen that movie?
Christian Bale?
Yeah, with Christian Bale. Like basically like the movie premise is that they're like, no more fucking war is caused because everybody has emotions that are too high. So you shouldn't be able to feel anything. So they come up with this drug that drains you of your emotions. And if you start not taking it, then your emotions come back. And so basically they have these like this elite force that goes around like enforcing that. And if you start like collecting art like that they burn everything. They burn fucking books. There's no fucking like barely, the only TV is like the news. They don't have music. They don't fucking dance. Nothing. And so
Footloose?
Kinda, yeah, it's Footloose, but more guns.
Footloose, but in the future?
But yeah, and like Christian Bale's
Is
character,
it Equilibrium?
yeah, it is Equilibrium. Yeah, that's the one. Christian Bale's character is like the top police officer that doesn't feel. He gets the most people, and then he finally doesn't take his drug on accident, or he breaks one and then just doesn't end up taking it, and then he starts to fucking feel. And it's what, I never thought that movie it'd be something I relate to in a real life situation, but maybe we need to be careful. People are worried that if they get in check with their emotions or are monitored, that it's going to become like that, or they're going to be like, oh shit, no, you can't do
Yeah,
it.
because if it gets rid of all emotions, that's also part of the problem. People have no empathy.
Yeah.
People have no empathy. People don't care about issues that don't affect them. So that's part of the problem, not having enough emotion, I guess. It's just a huge problem that has a lot of different variables and a lot of different things.
What's crazy
but there is change. There is change happening little by little.
I agree.
And it's not, everybody knew there wasn't going to think. It's not a thing that's going to get fixed from one day to another.
No. And there's the all kinds of hate too. Like I told you the other day, I was watching, they finally released Hate Thy Neighbor, which is a show on Vice on Hulu, and I've been binge watching that. Yeah. And he goes to all kinds of groups all over the world that are prejudiced or racist or some kind of way about another group. And it's just, I was telling my parents today when I was talking to them, I was like, dude, it's crazy how we're still fighting those injustices of people that don't want to cross-pollinate cultures. They don't want, they only want their one cultural background, and it's like it is.
I think from the very beginning, it's not about race. It's about, the problem is that people that want to control everything, people that want to control their assets, rich people, like I'm talking like very rich people. Race is a social construct.
Yeah.
Race is a social construct to keep people divided so that we don't see bigger problems or different problems. Because if we're just hating each other, we're not going to do anything about other things. You know what I mean? Like if we just divide it, we're not going to see how are we going to get rid of like we were talking about earlier, like wage gap. If people think that immigrants are taking their jobs, and that's the problem. Is the problem not maybe the fact that people are giving jobs to other people, to like immigrants, because it's cheap labor? So who's your real enemy? Is it the person that's just trying to feed his family and have a better life? Or is it the person that doesn't care about you and just wants to profit?
Yeah.
That's where everything, I think it's just money is where most of the problems stem from money and greed.
It's funny that you bring that up. I was actually looking at the numbers because a couple of days ago, I believe it was the Supreme Court, or I forget which one, but they ruled that Trump cannot get rid of DACA. and they were going over the numbers today of how much money comes in from the DACA recipients just to taxes. And
a lot. So much.
Is insane, because like that's the thing I don't understand is like why they want to get rid of DACA when it's like that's money coming into the government. That's money.
The same thing.
There's business owners that are here that have DACA, and it's like, why would you not want a business to exist?
Economically, it doesn't make sense to get rid of it because it's gonna hurt the economy's in the toilet as it is.
Yeah.
But the only reason they're trying to take it off is to make noise and to keep people divided. Honestly, that's all it's doing. I've seen so many things in comment and on the internet, people that don't want that to happen, and it's all about race, whether they want to admit it or not. If anyone that's saying all lives matter, it's not about all lives mattering because you're not doing anything. It's about your life and you thinking you're better. It's about race. You're straight up racist. There's no other way. If with all the information and all the things we're seeing more recently, if you still don't think it's they're attacking you, if you still feel attacked when you hear Black Lives Matter, there's just no hope for you. You're racist. That's the only problem, right. So in light of all this that's happening, and we're getting close to the end of the episode. I was gonna mention this earlier, but so in light of everything that's happened, I've been feeling really bad about it. Not just I mean, there's so many horrible things happening in the world. We've seen with the death of George Floyd, all this, a lot of things that have come to light. And I've been thinking about it a lot. So we think you can only do so much. I can only donate or protest or do something so much. So we thought that it was right to use our platform, small as it might be, to help amplify Black voices, right? So what I did, I hit up, and we're gonna keep doing it. I hit up local artists from the IE, Black, of course, to see if they wanted to be part of it, if they wanted to send us something to play, any information they want to give us, any other art they want to, put out, and to just help do our part to amplify that. So right now, I mean, of course, follow us on Instagram, completely useless live, whatever. But now, you guys that are listening to it, there's a song by a very, very good artist, one of my favorites from the IE. I don't think if you've ever met him, Frank. I don't know if you have met him. He's been our Artist of the Week before. Cam Gnarly has a song called Get By, and right now we're going to play it for you guys. And also, if you go to Bandcamp and buy it from there, all the proceeds from that song called Get By Cam Gnarly, we'll put it in the description too, are going to Black Lives Matter, IE, and to help Black businesses in the IE area. So I hope you enjoy it. He has a huge catalog of music, very good music on Instagram, on Spotify, iTunes, everything. So yeah, you have anything else to add, Frank, before we play the song?
No, just be safe out there.
Be safe out there, guys.
Yeah.
We're very proud of you guys. We didn't talk about Dave Chappelle, but I think we're done. Did you watch the special?
I did. It was pretty crazy, man. It's different.
Dude, I cried. Honestly, I cried. I couldn't help it.
It is. If you haven't checked it out, man, it's free. It's on YouTube.
846. It's called.
Yeah, 846. It's fucking dope.
It's amazing. But okay, without further ado, here is Get By Cam Gnarly.
Everything is everything. Everything is everything. Yeah. Everything is everything. Everything is everything. Everything is everything. No more distractions, they dissipating left and right. Dodging the loosies, the devil's trying to take my life. My inner vision just sharpened up, come see my sight. More than the shadows until I stepped into the bright state. Feeling like Spike Lee, this thing I gotta do it right. Put on for family, the ones who might not see the light. Poison in place again, it's so hard to say goodbye. Never thought I'd see the day we had to see the light. And I'm mourning, pain overflowing. got a bigger plot, I plan to shine till no end. Legacy is what's in mine, I'm curbing all the curses. I am just a little piece of a bigger entity. Black man royalty, self-love, loyalty. Built bonds humbly, fuck cops, fork free. Abolish the police, I just wanna feel free. I just need to feel free.